Grab your pillow, chill with your boy Brillo. I'm back with another video. You come across it, like and subscribe, lock into the real. You know the deal. What up though, YouTube? I'm back with another video. Today we bringing you episode 2 of Opponents. That's when I compare two characters that are similar from two different shows, and I tell you who is the most gangster. So episode 1, we did Scully from Snowfall versus Lamar from BMF, and Lamar came out on top with the slight edge. Today I'm doing two people from my two favorite shows of all time, and that's The Wire and the OG Power. Now, a lot of people say that you can't compare the two shows, and it is some truth to that, but I have just one caveat. I realize that The Wire is predicated more in reality, so things are going to be different. You're not going to have as many outlandish things that happen as that happen in the world of Power. Power is more of a show. It's still a great show, but it's more like a soap opera type show. The Wire is predicated, is more close to like a documentary. Things are going to be accurate. You're not going to have a lot of outlandish shootouts and murders and things like that. You are going to have some violence, but it's going to be more predicated on realism. And that's for The Wire. But the two characters that I'm going to compare today that are battling out, in one corner, you have the classic man, Ghost St. Patrick. And in the other corner, you have the cerebral Stringer Bell. Now, these characters are essentially the same character, except one is just slightly more gangster, and I'm going to let you know who that character is. But first, let's just talk about the similarities between the two characters, James St. Patrick and Stringer Bell. Both characters are highly intelligent men who could have probably been successful at anything that they tried to do in life, and they both chose to go the route of being a drug dealer at a very, very high level. They both ran organizations at a very high level and made millions of dollars through the sale of drugs. They both had aspirations to leave the game behind and go 100% legit. Both characters were liked by everyone, and both characters had a mean streak and did some grimy things. Let's look at some of the things Stringer did. Stringer killed D'Angelo without telling Avon, and on top of killing D'Angelo, then he starts to date or sleep with D'Angelo's baby mom. That's a very, very grimy thing to do. Also, Stringer gave intel to Bunny Colvin to put his partner Avon in jail. Two very grimy things that boy Stringer Bell did. Now, Ghost, on the other hand, did plenty of grimy things itself. For one, he set up Kanan to go to jail. So they both sent people to prison. Also, Ghost stayed lying to Tommy. He conned Tommy into killing his own father, killed his own pipeline just because they knew his name. Both characters did pretty devious things. Also, both characters was into real estate. Stringer Bell was trying to build up real estate over the coastline, the waterline, the riverfront of Baltimore. So he's trying to build that up so that he can get equity and create, money that could be shown, money that was clean. Ghost was definitely doing that with his different businesses and aspirations. Ever since the first episode, Ghost was trying to get out the game. We all know that. So both men wanted to get out the game. Both men could have done anything with their lives, and both men just really didn't want to be in the drug game. And also, both men had partners who they lied to and partners who were just built for the dope game, didn't want to get out. That's Avon Barksdale and Tommy Egan. Both characters did not want to get out, and both characters were repeatedly lied to. Stringer was a very selfish character. Anything that was in his self-interest, he did. anything, any move that he wanted to make, he would make it because he thought his way was the best way. Same thing with Ghost. Anything that he wanted to do, he went on ahead with it, no matter how it affected Tommy, no matter how it affected his family. It really didn't matter as long as he got what he wanted at the time. And on top, even after all of that, these are two of the most likable characters from each series. Stringer is one of the most likable characters from The Wire, and Ghost is probably the most likable character from the OG Power. This would be, okay, so I'm going to break it down in 3 categories. We're going to have assets, we're going to have fear factor, and smarts. Now, I think both men were equally smart. You can see Stringer was in classes, doing real estate, getting into politics also, similar to Ghost. Well, not necessarily getting into politics, but rubbing shoulders with politicians, with Clay Davis, and making deals. Same thing with Ghost. Ghost actually got into politics and was running for lieutenant governor. So, smarts, I give it a draw. I don't think Ghost was smarter than Stringer. I don't think Stringer was smarter than Ghost. Assets. Now, even though Ghost probably had more money than Stringer, than that whole organization, since The Wire is predicated on more realism, I'll use that as a caveat, and I will say that those 2 things are also even. Because even though Ghost owned those properties and he seemed to be bigger in the game, Stringer still founded the New Day Co-op, supplied the whole Baltimore with dope. He also had businesses, so I would say they were on the same level as far as assets. Now, fear factor. This is where I have to tell you who wins this battle between Ghost and Stringer. Now, let me know if I'm tripping, but hear me out. I got to give the edge to Ghost, only because Ghost had a different side to him. When Ghost was not in the suit, when he was in the hoodie and the Scully, Ghost probably caught about at least 15 to 20 bodies throughout the 6 seasons of Power. Like I said, he wiped his whole pipeline down, wiped them out, turned everybody's water off. Like, Ghost was a savage, and he had that reputation. Stringer more had his reputation because of Avon, and they never showed Stringer getting his hands dirty. I don't even think I ever saw Stringer even use a gun. Also, if Omar was pressing Ghost in that way, I think Ghost would have found the way to get Omar out of here. So with that being said, Ghost St. Patrick's takes the crown 1-0 to Stringer Bell. Remember, the first 2 categories, intelligence and assets, I said they were even. But Ghost gets the nod over fear factor because Ghost was definitely more gangster. He caught more bodies. He just had that reputation of being a straight killer. I never even seen String handle a gun. There you have it. Episode 2 of Opponents. Let me know if you think I got it wrong, or if you think Stringer was actually more gangster than Ghost. Let me know in the comments. Until next week, peace. Holla at your boy, man. Lock in, subscribe, show some love. You know the vibes.